Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. On my last video, there was a lot of echoing, so I thought I
At
would
Commercial Tire,
um,
we're
do another video here live. If anyone's around, if they're interested, talking about this whole Harry and Meghan saga, psyop, whatever you want to call it. So first, let me just check my volume here. Good evening. Okay, good. I don't hear any echoing this time. All right, so let's just do a wrap up here, looking at the history of Harry and Meghan and how we got here and how intentional it was that it's all led to the censorship. So to start off with, the very first time we heard anything about Meghan Markle, or Harry's girlfriend, was in November 2016. Now, no one knew who Meghan was at this point. She claimed to be well known as a Suits actress, but nobody really heard of her. So, anyways, nobody knew they were dating and nobody cared. But Harry took the unprecedented, outrageous, scandalous act of making a statement from the palace saying, "Leave my girlfriend alone," from his communications secretary. And he kind of right from the very get-go in 2016, before anyone was even aware that Meghan existed, he was flinging the race card. Harry's like, he said, people have crossed the line. She's been subject to a wave of abuse and harassment. Some of it's been very public, blah, blah, blah. No one had ever heard of her. Racial undertones, outright sexism and racism of social media trolls, which did not exist. Nobody in November 16 knew Meghan existed. Okay, so he comes right out from I think it was Kensington Palace and makes an official statement. And everyone was like, "What? What is Harry doing?" They'd never make a statement about a girlfriend from the palace, right? This doesn't happen. And everybody was commenting on that. Like, why is he making a statement about a girlfriend? So that was the first initiation of flinging the race card before anyone even knew who Meghan was. November, and also the speed of this relationship too. Watch how quickly this speeds through. So this was November 2016. No one knew who Meghan was. No one heard of her. No one knew Harry was dating. Harry was dating several different women that year, of like my recollection. So, anyways, he comes out with this unusual statement from the palace. Then a year later, September 2017, everyone becomes aware of Meghan because she puts herself on the cover of Vanity Fair. She's wild about Harry, right? So that was the cover. A full year later. And of course, this is September 2017. So then a few months later, November 2017, they announced their engagement. And then they marry a few months later in June 2018. So this all went very quickly. But the point is, right from the get go, they're like, racism, racism, you're all racist. And of course, this all went with the BLM stuff. And it was highly unusual for anyone in the royal family to make a statement about a girlfriend that nobody even heard of. So it was all a lie. It was all fabrication. They were setting the groundwork to accuse everyone of racism and going along BLM. So that was the initiation. So they're flinging, everyone's racist, Britain's racist, this one's racist, BLM, taking down statues, this, that, or the other. All right, so then they do that. And then after the Vanity Fair article, which, by the way, Meghan accused Vanity Fair of being racist because she didn't like that they said wild about Harry. So everything was race. They were flinging the race card left and right. Everything's racist. Vanity Fair put me on the cover. They're racist. I mean, it was completely over the top, untrue. It was all a lie. It was all to create furor, to create because they knew flinging the race card, accusing everyone of racism, would get everybody on social media, in the media, riled up, reacting. They were provoking social media. They were provoking the media, say racist, racist. So then, on top of that, then in February 2019, that's when they came out and unmasked these vile trolls, these racist trolls who were merely ordinary citizens who said things like Megan dresses like a teenager, or this one, Megan's a hooker, Or this one, Megan's a D-list actress. So no racism, no death threats, no nothing. They just didn't like that these people were criticizing Meghan. And they outed them, private citizens, with their name, their picture, where they worked in the mainstream media in the UK, The Sun. Okay, so this was full on attack. Harry and Meghan were instigating people, attacking them. They were attacking members of the public. I mean, talk about asking for it, right? So they're going to get a wave of abuse on social media and the media, and they bring it on themselves from day one. They've been doing this intentionally, right? So then they go on, and then they start obscuring details, knowing what a scandal it is in the UK, to not reveal where the baby came from or where it's being delivered or when it's due. That's a big deal in the UK. I mean, Yankee Wally goes through all that with the bedpan furor. This is a known thing in British history, that it's a huge scandal when a royal family member in line to the throne, in the line of succession, to try to hide or switch out the baby. It's a big deal, and it instantly creates a huge scandal. And of course, Harry and Meghan did that. They wouldn't release any details, nothing about the doctor or where the child's gonna be born or when her due date was. Everything was a mystery. They would not say anything. And then the day of the birth, as you all know, they wouldn't say what day. They were very secretive about everything. They wouldn't show the baby at the hospital. They waited a few days afterwards on the day of the birth, with everybody in the world watching for a royal birth. They were like, "Oh, she's gone into labor at 2 p.m. Megan's gone to labor." And then 10 minutes later, "Oh, Megan gave birth 8 hours ago," right? Then they didn't show the baby for a few days, and then they come out with what appears to be a doll, because it didn't move at all. It just sat there, didn't no movement whatsoever. Harry also made a comment, baby changed a lot in 2 weeks. So the whole thing, they were purposely instigating and provoking. So they started with the race card, and the race card was going on all along with this too. And then they purposely provoked people by being very secretive, which is shown clearly in this example article. So who did deliver the baby? Cloak of secrecy, shrouding the baby, the royal baby, huge deal in the Britain and the line of succession. So Harry and Meghan knew what they were doing. It was completely unprecedented. The Archie's clandestine arrival. Now, never mind the fact that they named the child Archie, which was Prince George's security name. Then they named their second child Lilibet, which is the Queen's personal nickname. So they were controversial with even naming the child. They used controversial names that they knew would instigate and alight and get people lashing out on social media and in the media. So Harry and Meghan did all of this intentionally from day one. It was all a strategy. People were like, why are they doing this? Now you know, because then they turn around and claim that you all need to be censored. So there's an investigation going on, as you know, with all the censorship and the Biden administration working with big tech to censor us. And there's also, if I can get this, it would stop moving around here. There's also an investigation going on here, by America First Legal, into the government collusion with pro-censorship UK-based nonprofit Center for Countering Digital Hate. And this is where the Imran Ahmed is in charge of this. That man that Ellie Hall works with, I believe, or interviewed. But if you do a search on Imran Ahmed, who's on Twitter, and Meghan Markle, one article here comes up from the Centers of Countering Digital Hate in October 2020. Our CEO, Imran Ahmed, was interviewed about why Meghan Markle is the most trolled. So you can look at this article, and they go into claiming, after instigating everyone to death and uh, online in the media, all during a COVID psyop too, I might add. Um, this is what Imran Ahmed said. He said social platforms are complicit in creating a toxic environment, something Harry and Meghan are actively campaigning to address. Yes, after instigating it all on themselves. It says the CEO, Imran Ahmed, said social media is part of attention economy. It may have started with the intention of connecting people, but now it's a machine to keep people on the platform as long as possible for the advertising dollars. So we're a product or package sold to advertisers. And then he says this is interesting. So he gives away Meghan and Harry's game here. He said, and what is the catnip to keeping all the eyeballs and all the attention on social media? Quote, controversy, says Ahmed, which is why algorithms are primed to favor the contentious over the harmonious. As people, it's what we're attracted to. It's why we crane at car crashes and why, for some, watching Harry and Meghan go through the gamut of human emotions, pain, anger, frustration is more entertaining than spending half an hour trying to work out what to watch on Netflix. So he's saying so he's admitting that this controversy that Harry and Meghan just created with their racism accusations and their hiding everything about the royal birth, etc., they knew that that was going to generate a lot of attention, and then Harry can turn around and say, well, we need to fix this, look at this abuse, Meghan. And that's when Meghan came out with those teenagers during the end of 2020, when the teenagers were committing suicide and overdosing on drugs. Meghan came out with teenage therapy and said, I'm the most trolled person in the world in 2019, which was not true, it was someone else. And she claimed to them that it was almost unsurvivable. So here's this wealthy elitist telling these teenagers who are, not able to go to school and are being isolated, and a lot of them committing suicide. And she's like, I almost didn't survive. Screw you. As she lives in her palatial mansion. So, yeah, so this whole thing was obviously, here to me, an obvious strategized psyop of Harry and Meghan and the Centers for Digital Hate working with them, I believe, or whoever else they're working with, the Biden regime, you know, possibly. I mean, Harry, as we point out, Harry and the Bidens and Obama go way back. So it looks like here that it's all part of a psyop, that they've done all this to lead us to where we are now, where they can play the victims, and that everyone needs to be censored after they created all this controversy surrounding themselves in order to bring in this, China's Communist Party type of censorship. And Imran Ahmed is, a large part of that. So it's apparently it's a combination of the U.S. and the UK working together. And isn't that just convenient for Harry and Meghan? It's all like right there, 'cause you knew something was up with Harry and Meghan with what they were doing, but it wasn't clear the full plot. If you weren't in on the plot, you wouldn't know where it was headed, but now we know where it's headed because we're here now. We're here with all this censorship and attacks and people being deplatformed, like myself and Yankee Wally and Murky Meg and others, especially early on, that they censored and accused of being racist and hate. And so hopefully this house of cards is coming down, and Harry and Meghan, um, well, that's not working. Harry and Meghan get exposed. We'll throw a few cards, but that's like the history of it. You can see how, you know, this whole thing was obviously planned from the get-go, and even the speed of the relationship from dating to marriage. They remember, for them to get married in June or May in 2018, they had to bump, what was it, Eugenie's wedding? They bumped her wedding back. They were in such a rush to get married. I mean, they were so, uh, it was such an agenda. It was they were obviously on a timetable, it seems, right? Oh yeah, Doria, yeah, Doria is the big story now. They're putting her out there for a distraction now, it seems. I don't know why they pulled Doria out of a hat. How come I can't get rid of that? There we go. There we go. Yeah, they're pulling Doria out of a hat now to distract everyone. Oh, look, Doria's having lunch. Ooh, news at 11. I mean, you're kidding me with this stuff. Uh, yeah, but really it's about the censorship and Harry and Meghan working together to bring in tyranny with the globalists is what I'm getting from all this. So let's take a look. We'll throw a few cards. And Imran Ahmed is a big part of this, and he's still pushing his agenda of censorship and tyranny. Wow. Yeah, so let's take a look at this. So is that interesting? So the whole thing was a psyop from the beginning. The whole thing was a plan right from the beginning. Let's double check that. That's what I think it is. So let's find out. I'll ask the cards. Because it really looks that way for in November 2016 for Harry to use the unprecedented uh, action of having the palace come out with an announcement about his then girlfriend that no one knew existed, and and flinging the race card left and right. And now leading to this, creating the controversy. So was that the plan from day one? Harry and Meghan getting together? Mm-hmm. Page of Wands reversed. Uh-huh. Knight of Cups reversed. Mm-hmm. Secret plot here to attack people online messages is like information. And this is trying to take down that information, take down people under the guise of, we're in love, but they're not. They were working together. They were working with the Obamas and the Clintons, which we all knew already because Hillary Clinton is visiting Meghan and the whole thing. So right from the beginning, they're wow. So they somehow got Harry. I mean, Jill Biden had her hooks in Harry for many years. The Invictus Games, everything else. Wow, wow, it's been going on for a long time. So how's it going to go? Harry and Meghan going to get fully exposed for their complicity in this tyrannical Biden regime, this tyrannical elitist censorship, trying to bring in tyranny. Or Harry and Meghan, how's it going for them right now? This plan they have of silencing everyone attacking us. And Harry continues it with the Aspen Institute. He's now working at the Aspen Institute with George Soros, censoring people again. He was censoring people online all throughout, it looks like, under the guise of playing a victim of racism and unconscious bias. Oh my goodness, they're all part of it. Why would Harry do this? Oh, let's look at that. Why is Harry doing this? Why is he going along with this? I mean, again, it's a UK-US plot here because he's an elitist and he just thinks he should be able to do what he wants. And you poor people, he wants you poorer. I mean, COVID was all about making people poorer. Yeah, he wants the poor people to suffer. Harry and Meghan want to sit in their Montecito mansion and complain about you and take you out and take away your job and take away your ability to monetize and make a little money during COVID when nobody could work. They were forced to stay home and people are trying to make a little bit of money on YouTube and they want to take that away. They wanted you to suffer more than you already were under COVID. So they were like, this was like an additional layer to the whole COVID psyop, right? Because the whole thing was bringing tyranny in and trying to and making the middle class poor, bringing that divisiveness. Because as Robert F. Kennedy points out, if you don't have a middle class, you don't have a democracy. You have a tyranny. You have the elitists, which Harry and Meghan are in, and you have the rest of us, and that's what they want. That's what they're trying to bring in. That's what I'm getting here. I'm getting the elitists and the rest of us. They want to take us down more. So this is a globalist. They're part of the globalist agenda. Back to the globalist agenda, I guess, what I call it. They're trying to take everybody down and making them suffer even more and doing it. And of course, they have to censor in order to get away with it online. Um, so let's see what else. This is just bringing in their justification for censorship. Like, see, they're attacking Meghan. Nobody even heard of Meghan in November 2016. The whole thing was so ridiculous. Queen of Pentacles reversed. And to attack the Queen. Attacking the Queen was also part of it. I think that there's something to do with that, like wanting to make her life miserable at the end. Yeah, there's something. There's like a battle of the globalists here or something. But it was they wanted to ruin her reign because it goes again. Tradition goes against the BLM New World Order tyrannical agenda. So they want to get rid of anything traditional, take down those statues, take down that royal family. Yeah, so how's it going for Harry and Meghan with their New World Order, tyrannical censorship, and trying to destroy this country in the Western world? How's it going for them? Are they getting nervous? Oh, Harry's this is part of the reason Harry's going to Africa. He's afraid. He's realizing the worm is turning, and the heritage is after him. So he's like, you know what? I think it's time for me to leave the country. That's the real reason he's going to Africa. It's not for a Netflix special. Of course, he's going to pretend like he's there to work, but he's on the run. He's on the run. He's like he's being advised that you know what, you could be facing some serious, charges here, maybe even prison. And he knows they're gonna people want to hang him for being part of this. Yeah. So, yep. He's gonna see if he can make some business deals here, make some money from it while he continues with his illegal Obama Clinton. Yeah, so he's getting paid, he's working with and trying to attack through the court systems, of course, as well. So he's going to continue his working with his criminal organization, attacking and doing things behind the scenes here, trying to pretend like he's all Mr. Charitable in Africa. Oh look, like Meghan going to Africa, donating old used baby clothes and acting like that. So Harry's gonna go to Africa and do his Senta Bali thing and act like, oh, I'm so great. I support African organizations. Look at me. But he's still gonna be doing his criminal activity and attacking freedom of speech while he's there. But they're telling him he's getting advised, I believe, to go to Africa now to avoid um, what's coming because the heat, the pressure is building on them right now, more and more. And Harry is being exposed, him and Meghan. Surprised Meghan's not going with him. Let me see here. The whole visa thing, I think, is really causing him. It's part of this whole right or investigation going on right now. So, how's Meghan feeling about her part in trying to censor our freedom of speech and purposefully creating controversy, as Imran Ahmed described, purposefully instigating people and in order to create controversy online. I mean, look how exposing private citizens. No one's ever done that before. And that's going to instigate people online and in the media. And that's why they did it, I believe. Why else would they do that kind of thing? So, how's Megan feeling about her agenda to try to bring in tyranny and kill our freedom of speech and destroy our country? She just loves the idea of being a tyrant. I think she is just a nasty piece of work. Page of Pentacles reversed. Oh yeah, she's still putting out misinformation, her lies, I should say, with her group there, her cabal, Oprah, and all of that. She still thinks they can get away with telling their lies. Yeah, but I don't see her. She realizes things are getting a little out of control, but she thinks her and her globalists will be able to maneuver this. He's gonna stick with it, stick with the Bill Gates and the Fauci and all the rest of them, going down with the ship. But she wants the money. Her and Doria want the money. They're enjoying it. They're gonna ride this to the end because you know what? Meghan and Doria think because they're black, they're not gonna have to worry about anything. But Harry, he's white, so he's on the run. Because remember, they're bringing the race into all this. So Meghan and Doria will be like, "You're racist. Oh, you think we did something wrong? Well, you're racist." So her and Doria are gonna hang out and try to make as much money from this as possible, and continue to do that. Continue to merch. Continue to try to push the lies that they've been pushing of her being such a victim. And we all know she brought it on herself. She's gonna still continue her merching. She can't stop merching. She's on that Duchess, dressed like a duchess. Oh, they're canceling Dan Wooten now. Yeah, so they're continuing that for sure. Yep, yep, yeah. Taking down everybody. Yeah, Yankee Wally, Ricky Meg, everyone. Yeah, so Megan and Dory are after the more money. They want more money for sure. It's very Orwellian. It is. But Harry's leaving the country because he doesn't want to go to prison. He doesn't want to face it because he knows he's in trouble. He knows the the regime goes down. Harry's going down with it. He knows it. It's obvious they all work together. The Biden Obama regime. It's all the same thing. We all know it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Doria, Megan's greed. They're gonna continue with the merching with her companies that she's made out of Delaware. Oh my goodness. Yep, so they will continue. They're gonna continue on into the bitter end. Let's see what'll happen. What will happen to Harry at the end? Will he face some prison time? Oh, he's getting lucky here. Oh, a little lucky, SOB. He's getting lucky here. Something's gonna change, maybe. that's going to be to his favor. Well, not too much. He is going to be completely exposed. Him and Megan's fraud will be exposed. Something. Okay, so maybe this isn't luck, but more of things will go well for a while, perhaps, but then it'll explode. Like him and Megan will go down in flames here from being exposed. So I do think that Harry will be exposed for all of this. It will blow up in his face, him and Megan's face, everything, the whole scandal, the whole, Archie scandal, pregnancy scandal, race scandal, everything is going to come out eventually, but it's going to take some time. But it will come out because everybody is looking into it now. How about for Megan? Will she go to prison? He may go to prison. He might. She's going to be paying people off left and right. I'll tell you what, because she's looking to get into government. That's why she wants to get her butt in there as soon as possible to have some power to protect herself, right? Because if you're a government official, you are protected to a certain extent, from malicious, persecution, all that. Not that badly though. She's going to be trying. She's gonna be paying people off for sure. She's trying to get back. Oh, look at that. She may go into hiding. Maybe to get more plastic surgery and hide her face or something. Five of Wands reversed. She's gonna continue with the merching. She's gonna be continuing pretending like she's a victim here. She's gonna be telling everybody she's the queen of racism and racist accusations. But she's still gonna be battling with her Sussex squad behind the scenes, doing her hoodoo voodoo, attacking people with her hoodoo voodoo, no doubt. I don't see her going anywhere. She's gonna be putting out the same lies again and again, lying and lying and lying, as she always does, and trying to pretend like she's a victim in all this. Because until people realize until you look at the whole relationship from beginning to present day, to really figure out how Harry and Meghan did this on purpose and are doing it and continuing it. So she'll continue to lie. She might go into hiding for a little while, but or she'll continue hiding. Actually, I should say she'll continue hiding because right now she is hiding, right? She never comes out on social media and says anything, right? She's always using her secret accounts and using Omid Scobie's account. So she's going to continue doing that, pushing her lies and agenda with her Sussex squad and others, and using their accounts and hiding behind that. So, but I'm sure if we knew um, hopefully one day it comes out because I read somewhere that one of her former Archwell employees said that Meghan had like 12 accounts on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. So hopefully that'll come out one day. People will know exactly because I wouldn't doubt many people have personal experience dealing with her, and maybe even on this channel. You never know who's commenting. So look out, Meghan's out there. She's leaving her nasty comments, trying to take people down. She's gonna continue trying to push her misinformation, her and Harry and their lies that they've been doing since day one. Yes, this has all been a huge plot. Where are Harry and Meghan? Well, Meghan's after the money, you know that. So what's Harry? Why is Harry doing this? Does he really think he's saving his mother? Because Harry's got the whole mother thing dying in his mind because of the media. What got Harry involved in this? Okay, number one, Harry's an idiot, and his mother. I think the mother he does blame the media for killing his mother. I think he does. I think that he does believe that, and he's high and drunk and drugged as a kite. Yeah. So he's not thinking straight. He's dumb. He's not thinking straight. He's drugged up, and he has a death wish, and he wants to destroy the royal family. He wants to destroy the royal family for William and his father, and he does blame them. I think he does, in his warped thinking, he does believe, and he's going along with this. He's going along with this from day one. Yeah, they really got him. Wow, to do this. So there you have it. Bringing in tyranny and killing us. They want to kill us too. Don't forget that. For sure. All right, so that is what I see for Harry and Meghan, the Harry and Meghan psyop. And they worked with Imran Ahmed and working also with Ellie Hall and Christopher Boozy, Jack Royston, Omid Scobie, and more. So a huge little criminal gang here. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully there's no echo. Thank you for watching. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. All right, take care, everyone.